Of the most fearless show in sports, Whitlock and Wiley, joined now by the star of Netflix Last Chance U, Coach Jason Brown. Jason, thank you for making the time.
Appreciate you guys having me.
All right, I've watched the first 3 seasons of Last Chance U religiously, called, your season 3, which you became the star. And season 4 just came out, and I'm just wondering, did Last Chance U, do you feel like they portrayed you fairly?
Greg Whiteley, the producer, One Potato Productions, I think he does a great job, man. I think he films. The first show came out, I didn't really watch it. The first show came out last year. I called him, I said, man, I look horrible. I said, what? I thought you said I was gonna look good. He said, JB, 30 years doing this, you're the most unfiltered guy I ever filmed. And you wanted to see the stuff I left out? And I said, nah, I'm good. And that was what it was. And I said, I'll go with what you have. So I guess the first 4 episodes, I still haven't watched it all. I look pretty bad, and then it shows, I guess, a little bit more contrite. And so it kind of is from there. I think they film what they film, and I never feared the camera. I always feared the microphone. And that's the reason I was hesitant to accept it from the gate. But it is what it is. I think he did me about as right as you could do me, I think, because of just the other things. There's a lot of things you don't see off the camera as well. So they filmed me 3,500 hours, and they put 8 hours together, so.
Embarrassed by anything you did on the show?
Not really embarrassed, man. It's just, you kind of live. I never live in regrets, you know what I mean? I don't ever want to regret anything I did. It is what it is. I know what kind of guy I am. I think the kids know who I am. Coaches know who I am. But embarrassed? Nah, not really.
We're both from Compton. I've seen a lot of coaches in my life. We've intersected. We've crossed paths before. Where'd you get the confidence that your coaching style, that profane style, would work?
Growing up, product of our environment. You know what I mean? I think tough love. I think when we got yelled at when we were young, we weren't allowed to talk back in the day. So nowadays these cats all got answers about every single thing, and they tell you how to do your job, and it's like unbelievable. So. Growing up, building that tough skin, I think having that tough skin built growing up in the streets and being a product of my environment, I think it's just kind of who I am, and that's who I was. I was a JUCO product. I'm a JUCO as JUCO gets, and I think that's what made me who I am to this day.
So do you think coaching kids at the junior college level is the same as the way you should treat kids in the streets of Compton?
I don't know if it goes hand in hand. It's a little different. In the streets of Compton, you might get your cap peeled back. You talk like that to somebody you don't know. The kids I know, I recruited. I was in their home. I talked to their parents. I talked to their kid. I know the kid intimately. In the streets, people know you. Real recognizes real, as we all say. People know you for who you are, what your upbringing is. But to answer your question, I don't think you can compare the two. Honestly, but I think that there is a comparison to be made. I just don't know if that one is it. If you said can you do that in high school or Pop Warner, I would probably say no.
You said you felt like you were captured accurately or fairly on the deal. The thing that I saw that I don't think a lot of people in the media picked up on was, to me, they showed you drinking. Often. And it made me as a seasoned viewer go, is drinking a problem for Jason Brown? And is that what's driving his profane behavior?
No, I'm a social drinker here and there. They just film me doing it. That show is built like they can add pieces in there. Like last year, Malik Henry, they show him and me arguing. Well, that was actually filmed like 4 days before, but it looks like it was right there in the middle of the game. So like they move things around, obviously. So it's not like I sit there and drink in the office or anything, except unless it's social hour or we're off hours, off duty. But no, it's not. I'm not alcoholic or nothing. So drinking.
You drink every day?
No, not at all.
I mean, because that is kind of the way it came across on the show? On Netflix.
I haven't really watched it, but I don't drink every day at all. Nah.
I don't drink every day. I drink every hour of the day.
No doubt.
Correct.
No doubt.
Look. Tough journalist question right here.
All right.
Is it possible you were the wrong coach for this team? We remember the timeline. First year, established culture. Second year, win league, play for league. Third year, let's get this championship. Y'all were 2-8 after being ranked 5th nationally. You the wrong coach?
Nah, I could have been the wrong coach for the town. I don't know if I was the wrong coach for the kids. That place hadn't won in 30-something years. They had never won a bowl game in school history. Before I got the job, they had one kid get a scholarship, Division I scholarship, in like the last 4 years before I got there. We had 101 Division I kids signed in 3 years, national record.
Love it.
Come on, Jace. That's hard for me to believe.
Love it.
A
Google
junior college,
101.
kids.
That's Division I, not everyone. We've had more than that.
That's hard. That's hard. A junior college produces 5 or 10 D1s a year. How did y'all get to 101?
Now, we were putting 40 out a year. It's very, very researchable. I don't need a lot.
I'm gonna follow up on Marcellus' question about the 2-8 record, because in this latest season, they show you on camera saying the problem this year is I recruited the wrong kids. There were too many kids of questionable character.
Yeah.
I could come back and say, no, you were the wrong coach for those kids. Those kids were talented and needed someone to lead them or push them a better direction. And it's hard to do that when you're as profane and as out of control as the kids.
Well, like they say, there's too many. You can't be too many Indians and not enough Chiefs, and there's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. Well, we had a lot of people that wanted to go Hollywood on me. I'm just gonna be honest. That went from players to coaches. Now, you got to have some coaches. I never say I or my program. It's always our program. And it ain't about me, it's about us. And that's a motto I put everywhere I've ever coached. It's in the book.
You didn't go Hollywood.
I never go Hollywood. I was like, you're going to get what you get with me. You either film me or you don't film me. I really don't care. But I'm never going to change who I am. And everyone that knows me knows that. But the truth of the matter is, we had a lot. I fired 7 coaches during the season and cut 36 kids. So the year before, this is as simple as I put it. The year before, we won 6 days out the week. That means every single day before the ball game on Saturday, we won. We won in the community, we won in the weight room, we won in the classroom, we won in the study hall, we won everywhere. This past season, we had 200 kids show up after the show aired July 20th last year. We started camp the 21st. So we had 200 kids show up that we didn't recruit, that wanted to be on camera, that I had to say, hell no, get the heck out of here. Well, if they enroll in classes, I can't kick them off campus. So they became a huge distraction with our team in the dorms, and it became a huge cancerous environment, and it only takes one bad apple to ruin the whole batch. And our kids, I think, were soft-minded a little bit. We had no leadership besides maybe a kid named Coy Dane who went to Cal. But, I don't think we had the right nucleus as far as cameras are hard on young folks. I'm just going to be honest. They're hard on young folks, and it's not just that. Remember, I have about 8 to 9 volunteer coaches every year. Those guys are 25 and under. It's hard on those guys. Those guys' eyes are wide open. They're trying to get fame, too. I was hated on and lied on by young coaches that I fired because they want my fame, apparently. And I'm nobody. I'm a regular Joe. I'm just a coach. I didn't want to be no actor. So they saw that and ran with it, and we had a horrible nucleus because of it.
In a do-or-die situation, like junior college, you're that close to making it, that close to not making it.
Back in the street.
It can lead you astray, especially when you start feeling a little more famous in your environment than you actually are in the real world. I get some of that. You said that you're a product of your environment from Compton, but beyond that, what are your coaching role models? Where did you get influence from?
Coach Ward. A lot of people in L.A. know Coach Ward and Rick Ross.
Say his first name.
Cornell Ward.
Where did he coach at?
He's Compton College.
Gotcha.
Went to Cal State Northridge. Played with Hugh Jackson in high school. Dorsey. And so, he was a great mentor.
Did he coach in this kind of style?
Yeah, he coached.
The same as you?
Oh, yeah. He was born again at the time, by the time he hit me. But he still get after you and cuss your butt out. But it was a little more in your ear, a little quieter than I am. But what they don't show, and I see what you're saying, what they don't show, though, is off the camera what I do for my guys. And If you guys can find a kid bashing me on social media or their parent, let me know, because I ain't never done it. I've sent 221 guys Division I, 22 in the NFL. Show me a guy that's bashed me online. That real recognize the real. They know the real.
Jason, you said you don't regret anything, nothing embarrassing. The Hitler deal with the player where you say, I'm going to be your Adolf Hitler. No regrets there?
Nah, you know, they asked me that on the show, and I regret the form of the way that the message was sent, which was via text. Nowadays, you do that. You know, back in the day when we played, a football locker room was the most intimate setting there is in football, or in any sport, in my opinion.
Raw.
Now it's a mockery. I think kids go in there, they film you on camera. I had to take people's phones, kids' phones out, because they'll film you on the low. They'll film you. They want to get you on social media and blast you for cussing them out in a team meeting when someone stole at Walmart, and you're trying to make an example of somebody so the team won't continue to do it and make your whole team look bad. So those things happen. He wanted some fame. Just so you know, he walked around saying he was Hitler every day and would do all the things Hitler did as far as the way he walked, the way he talked, everything. And he did those things, and I snapped at a point where it was a boiling point where I told a kid, come see me, I'm your new Hitler now, because of how he was acting in the classroom setting after I just set him down and reprimanded him. So if you see the show, I saw how they kind of depicted it, and I saw how they did it, and you can see everybody's calling him that, and he's laughing and running around because he knew that's how he was. And so the truth will come out, and you know, is what it is.
Quickly, do you deserve another job?
I think everybody does. I think, you know, America forgives and forgets, I think, better than any other place or any other country. You know.
Will you do some things differently?
I probably will.
Will you tone it down?
Probably not.
Makes you unhireable, man.
I don't know about that. If you film Nick Saban every day, you'll wonder, you'll say something different.
Got a lot of titles.
No doubt. But he's not filmed every day. You think he whispers sweet nothings to his guys?
Absolutely not. Look, man, I'm as big a hole as anybody in America. Time and a place for everything.
You're right.
Sometimes you gotta lead kids through positive energy.
You're right. You know,
particularly kids that come from tough. They deal with a lot of negativity at home from their backgrounds. Hit them with some love. That may be what they miss.
How you know I don't?
Well, you said
you
it.
saw 8 hours of my life.
You said they portrayed you accurately.
No doubt, but they on film on 8 hours.
I get it, but you said that's an accurate portrayal of you.
But you're right.
Not enough love in there.
If that was me, though, my whole life, you would see me getting bashed on social media about my players from 20 years of coaching.
So you're saying what was lost is the balance. That's accurate, but there's another side. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's on the cutting floor.
So let me ask you this. Did you see the show?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you see him try to throw me in the lake? Did you see him that part?
Yeah.
They tried to throw me in the lake?
Yeah. Second episode.
Grown man strength. So they tried to throw me in the lake. Does that happen to anyone else if the coach and the players didn't have some sort of bond? Because most coaches won't even allow that to happen. So obviously there was a bond there. People could see it. The real recognizes real. People saw that there's something more to it. They tried to throw me in. It was a fun thing, and we did that a lot. I barbecued for those guys all the time. I took care of them every which way you could think of. But, you know.
Thank you, Jason.
My man.
I appreciate you coming by.
No doubt. Appreciate you guys having me.
Look forward to some of that barbecue.
All right, Jason's got a book, Jason Brown, Hate Me Now, Love Me Later. Told him how to promote that. Coming up,
no doubt.
Aaron Rodgers was just ranked as the best quarterback in the league.
On Amazon.
We'll tell you.